anything similar to it, and we just couldn't find anything. At this point, the case stalled because we didn't have anything to go by.
The longer the time goes on, the less evidence you're going to have, because phone data only lasts a certain amount of time, video only lasts a certain amount of time, and unfortunately, some of the dating sites he was on would not honor a subpoena from us for records. It was very disheartening.
It was so frustrating at this point. Mitchell's mom at the time was very upset. She was calling for answers and wanting us to do everything. And at one point, she was very upset with me because she didn't think I was doing a good job.
With no more leads, the case went cold for 4 months before a digital forensic breakthrough.
One of the detectives in the office just come back from some training with the FBI. He had heard about a geofence technology, which where you put a virtual fence around the location, and any phone that crosses that number would show up.
Analysts at Google were asked to identify the phones that were active close to the crime scene.
We saw essentially that there were 4 users that were within the geofence that we submitted to them. 3 of those were quickly eliminated as potential suspects because they were neighbors. And then there was 1 user that was unknown to us, had not been a name even on the radar in terms of the investigation.
We asked Google to unmask the number and to give us the information associated. The email came back to Dante Holmes.
We have a person now. Let's start digging on this person. Let's start working. Let's start going.
He was actually on probation for a violent crime. He lived in the Atlanta area.
We obtained a search warrant for that iCloud and received what was uploaded. Well, that night of the homicide, there was a picture that was uploaded on the iCloud for Dante with an ankle wrapped up in bandage around it. So it looked like the person had been cut.
There was one other key piece of evidence that linked Dante Holmes to the scene of the crime.
We noticed that Dante Holmes' mother had a Buick Lucerne. We also learned that Dante Holmes was a primary operator of that vehicle.
We all agreed that the next step would be to try to obtain an arrest warrant from a judge to execute that on Dante Holmes in the hopes that we would be able to get some additional